We are fastly approaching another hunting season. What is it today? July 21st?
Yep. July 21st.
Yep.
We got a lot of exciting stuff coming up this fall.
Yep.
We got started off with bear hunting.
And Chris has a bear tag.
My wife Chris has
Chris's gun tag.
Me and Mitch ran and got some bear bait today. Big shout out to Dave Crystal for helping us out. Yeah, thank you very much.
We've been already kind of getting the spots, scouting them all, kind of moving around a little bit different. We'll try to get them in place here in the next 2 weeks, and then we start pouring on the bait.
Yep.
September will be here before you know it.
Yeah, you betcha.
We
Only about a month away. A little over a month and a week.
bear hunting.
Yeah, September 4th is open.
Should be warm. As long as
Sure
the
you bring your
mosquitoes don't carry us
thermos
away. Hey,
Yeah,
bud.
buddy boy.
What's wrong?
One's not sharing with you?
Oh,
Go tell Auntie Rachel. Okay?
yeah, tell Auntie Rachel.
He'll share with you.
Got one heck of a pout on him.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's good at that.
a little bit of an accident last night.
Bruise from last night.
Yeah, had a birthday party for Seiji, and they had a bump house or a jump
Bounce
house, bouncy house. Too
got a
many
knee to
little
the
kids.
face.
They were beating
Oh,
each other up
yeah.
in there, knees to the head. It was like
He was a trooper though. He was back.
He was.
Back at her.
Yeah, season's
looked
coming
worse
quick.
than it ended up being. I thought for sure he'd be a black eye
I
today.
thought so.
It's kind of bruised.
It's bruised. It'll probably bruise a little more as time goes. Yeah.
You can say he was in a big fight then.
Yeah. Right. Bar
This
brawl.
doesn't sound good, and a little blonde girl landed on me.
I'm technically she's got blue hair.
Yeah, she had blue hair, so we weren't the little blonde girl. It was a little blue-haired girl.
But no, yeah. I know, speaking for myself, I gotta start shooting my bow.
Yeah.
I'm definitely behind on that this year.
I'm feeling pretty good. I
Yeah?
pulled her out today, and I think I fired maybe 5 or 6 shots. Started at the 20, about 5 or 6 at the 30. Thought I'm going to venture to the 40, and it wasn't bad. They were
You only
about
lost 2 arrows?
3. Yeah, I was going to say like maybe 3 in the target, 5 out, but no, they were all in the target. It was about a 4-inch group. So first time actually kind of opened it up since I shot that one last year. It was like,
Yeah, we're definitely behind the ball. This
Yeah.
year. We've been shooting for a couple weeks already, and
Yeah, I haven't shot my bow. I don't think I've shot my bow since
shot your buck.
probably since I shot my
yeah.
buck in Ohio.
When we were in
I know I
Ohio and we came back, it was gun
The last
hunting
time I
and
shot mine.
Well, normally every year we have a fun little archery league.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, with everything going on this year, we did not get it
Got it
started.
going.
it was
Yeah,
just
just
so
too busy.
wet and raining all the time, and it's like, yeah, we just, I don't know, it just seemed like everything ran so fast. It's like,
Yeah, just
just
like that.
can't.
Boom, we're almost in
Yeah.
July here. Rachel and I started shooting the last couple days. Still pretty good. I need to finish training cable on my boys. Brought it over tonight.
yeah.
It's getting pretty worked in there.
It
That'll
did-
happen after 4 years. Yep.
It did feel good though.
Is that how long we had them bows?
3 or 4 years.
6
now.
years I've had mine.
Really?
So 6
Yeah,
years I've had them.
I'd say we were about 5 or 6 on them elites.
Yeah.
We got for the October opener.
First week in October,
Rick will be in Wyoming again this year.
Heading
They
Your
all,
whole group to your tag,
heading,
right?
heading to Orland, Wyoming again.
they all drew buck tags this year.
Well, I just got my license the other day, but I didn't get no regulations with it. So sometimes it's buck only. Sometimes you could take either any.
or?
It's just listed as any deer. So I gotta look it up online and
Do some research.
see what that area
Yeah,
is for this year.
Yeah.
I did talk to the rancher that we get permission to hunt on that land, and that we've been doing for the last 10 years. And she said, doesn't look good for the mule deer population, but the whitetail population is coming back.
Really?
And,
That's alright.
you know,
As long as something's
And-
out there.
I'll take a nice mule deer
Yeah.
buck.
Well, but
Or a
a
whitetail buck. I
nice
mean.
whitetail buck. I had a crack at one last year, didn't work out, but pretty decent whitetail.
Yeah.
But last year we could take any deer, and near the last day, then I ended up taking a doe. But
Yeah.
Your tag.
it tastes better than the tag.
So you're coming home with
Absolutely.
meat in the cooler. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if
then,
anybody, if if anybody remembers that video from last year that we had that one deer that was bad.
That's what I was just
Remember
thinking.
that,
That's
yeah.
right, dear.
So hopefully that doesn't happen anymore.
I say you're gonna bring the cameras all
Well,
the
it's
way again.
been, what has it been,
Yeah.
3 years since we were out there?
We've been out in
And
22, so
The
2
last
years.
one where we were out there, the 5 of us.
Yeah, in Wyoming. we went
Yeah,
out there in
but then
22.
they were already on the downward slope
they've
there.
been on the
Yeah.
downhill slope there
Yeah.
for like the last
Seems
5
like they've been
years, right?
struggling.
We
I
found-
imagine this last year they kind of bounced back with a nicer winter.
Yeah,
But
the mild winter was, I mean, it was pretty much a mild winter across the nation, I think, so that kind of,
that helped a lot.
My buddy Jack from out there, he camps up in the mountains, up in the Bighorns, and he sent me a picture the other day that they were tooling around with the side by side, and he got a picture of a nice moose.
Oh, really?
All in velvet, yes, but he was really panning.
That's cool.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know,
You guys saw one when you had one on your phone, didn't you? When
I
you were
filmed
hunting
that- I
last year?
filmed that one
did
last
Yeah,
year.
I did
that's what I
it
thought.
last year, yeah.
That's cool.
That's
That's
really
really
more
cool.
that
and
was
more
a,
of 'em.
that was a young bull, but
Yeah,
that was so cool. I mean, that animal was 20 yards, and it's as big as a horse. Because I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
I thought it was the rancher's horse because we weren't hunting too far from her residence.
Really?
Yeah, and she was out there the day before with her horse, and I thought first thing I saw that real dark brown coming. There's her horse, you know. And all of a sudden he picks up his head, and I could see the friggin' rack. You know, oh great, this is no horse.
That's cool.
that was cool.
That's quite the experience.
One of the
It
best
is.
experiences I've ever had out there.
Yeah.
That was, you've seen that kind of stuff. That's the stuff as hunters that we get to see over a lot of other
That'd
people.
be
that other people
quiet.
don't get to see that stuff.
Right.
We're not just looking out the window on going down the highway. We're getting out there.
Yeah.
Why?
Yep.
So after that hunt, then you guys are.
The end of October, we go out.
You know, then bow hunting's already started.
Yeah,
here.
full hunting, yeah.
Yeah.
But then we have for destination hunts. The end of October, we go out to Montana.
I think we're leaving right around Halloween.
20.
Just
The
Yeah.
week before, the
25th.
24th.
You're right. We were
24th.
talking about going later, but then we
Yeah.
changed it.
Yeah.
And out of our group of 9 that applied 6 drew buck tags,
No.
Mike was one of the unfortunate ones to not draw a buck tag.
I'm the winner. But I did draw a doe tag.
He's
I'm
got a
still-
doe tag. Mitch, you
still
drew
in
both,
the roll.
right?
Yep.
I drew a buck and a doe.
I got
Me
a
and
buck
Daddy
tag.
just drew a buck tag.
Yeah. Jason has a buck tag.
Yeah.
No.
Did anybody else draw
Jake
both, or-
have buck tags. No, I don't think anybody else drew doe tags.
No.
My lucky year.
So we got a bunch of buck tags. Mike will be coming along, trying to shoot a doe or two.
Shoot
We
a doe,
got
and
another
I'll
doe
be
tag.
running the camera a lot. And,
Well, and you're signed up for
Spotting it.
that
Last
second
one I-
chance lottery.
yeah, I did sign up for the leftover buck tags. And
Soon.
I don't know. We'll have to see. They said I was number 805 in line, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, we're excited about that. I mean, besides your elk hunt a couple years back, we've never really hunted Montana for deer. We scouted this last year. It's cool looking, but
Yeah.
we're interested to see how it compares to hunting in Wyoming. We hunted there a couple years and trying something different, moved north, and we're trying in Montana.
Getting all our rifles. We'll be getting all our rifles dialed in.
Yeah, we
And
gotta do that soon too.
Yeah,
Well,
we gotta
I'd say
order
most of them are.
scopes.
Yeah, we've got to get the information sent in for those turrets.
Yeah.
But I'd say most of the guns are pretty much almost ready to go. They're
Yeah.
getting some final trigger work and stuff done, but
Yeah, so we're excited about that hunt. Gonna come back in
it'll be our
Couple-
rifle.
well, we'll come back
couple
from
weeks,
that. And we'll be
2
able
weeks
to,
of good rut hunting around here
Yeah,
in
we'll-
Wisconsin, hopefully, and
first
then
time in a while, we'll get to do some rut hunting.
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
here.
we've been-
Else normally we're out of state for that.
Pretty much gone somewhere all the time when the rut's going on.
so that'll
here,
be nice.
That'll be really nice.
And then it'll be the Wisconsin gun season, which is always a big thing for all of us.
We extended our season a little bit. We're gonna go up stay early and actually usually we come home on Saturday. We decided this year to come home on Sunday.
Yep.
Makes a difference now with the school that we have.
Yeah, it's not
Such a
such a
mad
rush
rush.
to clean the deer
We
right
get a
away.
little extra time in hunting, and
Get them skinned and throw them in the cooler. And
Yeah.
we did want to give a shout out to Dan from Whitetail Warriors. He did invite us up for the Michigan opener
Yes, that's right.
to come
Oh,
stay
yeah.
up by him, but unfortunately with just so much stuff going on this year, we ain't gonna be able to make it work this year. But we definitely want to thank him for the offer.
Yeah,
we still
that's
have that.
awesome.
That nasty word work. We got to
Yeah,
work in
yeah.
between there, pay the
A few
bill.
more years.
A few more.
A lot more
For
for
some,
us.
a few more.
Well, me and Geraldine, we're getting
Right.
close. Rick is already retired, so that gives us
Yeah.
a little more chance get some fishing and hunting time in.
What day is it, Rick?
Every day Saturday.
Every day Saturday.
Every day is a Saturday. It's getting close. We'll be there
I had to
soon.
think, I didn't know if it was Saturday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'll trip you up.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah,
Hard to
Wisconsin
keep a
gun
schedule
season's always a big thing.
I don't know. That's going to be different. I'll be able to get up every morning for the gun hunt or
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
at
some
all.
early morning bow hunting.
Yep, yep.
It'll be different this year.
Yeah.
We're
I
looking
expect you to
forward-
hold out for a big one.
We're looking forward to next year that we have a lot of points for Iowa, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're going to wait until we're actually both
We can spend
retired
2
and
weeks
this-
down there or
this
more
next
bow
fall,
hunting. Try
got
to
our Iowa
hit the right.
archery tags and be able to go there.
Speaking of Iowa, then we come back from gun hunting. We have
A week.
A week.
We'll be leaving. Me, Nick, and Mitch all drew first rifle buck tags in Iowa.
First gun.
Yeah, first gun season. And were you? We hunted Iowa
Last-
second gun season last year.
Yep.
You
For a doe.
were a doe. We got that doe right away. That was
10 minutes in
I
the
mean,
legal light.
7:30 in the morning. We were done and carrying
Yeah.
it out already.
Yep.
So you
That
had
was
your
fun.
you had your 350 Legend
Yep.
then. I just purchased a 350 Legend. Mitch just purchased a 350 Legend.
And I also
And-
just ordered a 4570, which is legal in Iowa.
Yeah,
I
it's
intend
all
to use
straight
it
wall.
for bear hunting, but Dad's gonna try to buy a doe tag like what I did last year and come along. Cause Mom is coming along too.
I'm coming along.
Be our camp cook maybe and make some
Camera
fresh bread,
work.
camp cook.
She needs a
Cameraman.
little time on the camera.
So we picked up that 4570 so he can use that for when we're down
Yeah.
there try to get a doe with it.
Be on the lookout for those videos. We're gonna do some review videos on them because every one of them's a different
Yep,
a
different.
different make.
Brand,
350.
yeah.
So I
Yeah,
got
kind of cool to play with some different guns.
I mean, I got a Winchester. You got a Ruger. The 4570 is a Henry, I believe, right?
Henry's, yeah.
So, do a little testing and do some shooting with them and see. I mean, they've come a long ways,
Yeah.
in the straight wall rifle. It's crazy. I mean,
Royal nice guns.
that
That's what I was saying. just
that
the
deer
quality
last
of
year
them.
you shot, that thing put a wallop on it. And
Yeah, it was about 130 yards, and
yeah,
it didn't go
120,
maybe 10 yards
130
after I shot her. Yeah, I dropped her quick.
No, excited to get out and start shooting them.
Yeah, so that's
Comes Junior. He's got his net.
what you catching, Porter.
And
He's just
he's
running.
in his own world right now.
Yeah. We got that Iowa hunt, and then after that's kind of the end of really destination hunts, unless we squeak something else in there if we try to get up again, or
Yeah, try
or
to
get
do
somewhere
something.
else. See what
Um,
see what the rest of the year
Yeah, it'd be
holds.
kind of cool to get up there.
Yeah, I know their muzzleloader season runs a little bit later, so maybe that's an option somewhere in
Get up
there.
there 2 days or something. It's not that far for us to drive, so.
Right.
And we had our turkey camp with Camp Benny this last spring with Ben and Doug.
Yep.
And I've already been in talks and communication with them on planning for next year's turkey camp.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. That was a good time.
That was
I
Next
know.
time we'll try to be here for the
I was
whole
gonna
week.
say, I know for a fact that you guys will be here then because you said how bummed out you were that you had to miss.
Yeah, Doug was a hoot. And we had fun that day, and it was like,
yeah.
And,
might
They're
not.
both really good guys. Just
Yeah,
hey, Rick, you guys were around before you left to go out up on your trip, and
you got us all that permission out by you
Yeah,
there.
thanks
That
a lot
was
for
a
helping
fine
out on
spot.
that.
that was awesome.
Saw a lot of turkeys. Boy, they can't say we didn't
No,
see birds.
Nick got to try a reaping
Yep.
out
Yeah.
by
Yep.
my place.
Yep. Yeah, that was it.
You
I
got
thought it
what,
was gonna
within
happen,
100
and
you
then
got within 100 yards of the
Yeah.
ball,
he wanted to, but he chickened out.
huh?
And Nick,
But yeah, we're
Some
talking about
places
that
that-
hunt for next year. We might change a few things, but it'll still be a good camp.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a fun weekend. For sure, we had a blast, lots of laughs.
Yep.
Definitely. And we still got some time yet, like I said, between bear baiting, we take the kids up, we want to do some fishing,
Yeah,
so we can
yeah.
try to get some clips of them, get out on the lakes and
We still got
get some crappies, bluegills, and
still got a few food plots we gotta work up and plant
No.
after the fall food plots.
Yeah, there's
I mean,
still some more prep work.
say
Yeah,
as,
sure.
as of right now, we're looking at doing a major overhaul on our food plot and our setup up at the camp.
Yep.
We're going to be getting a new box blind,
Yep.
and we're looking at increasing the plot size, close to double in size, I would say.
We'll have some trees to
Putting the
cut
stand in a
down
better
and
position so you can shoot better.
stumps to
And
pull
hopefully I'll
out.
be ready.
This will be moved in a better position so you have more opportunity to be
I'll
ready.
just take
Yeah.
I don't want to get that trail cam picture and be like, oh, buck in front of mom. Well, mom's got the first buck of the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Waiting
No.
for that. Waiting for
I
that
thought for
text.
sure I was
and
waiting for it.
Nothing.
I was
text
looking
him like,
out
what's
the
going
wrong
on?
window.
Caught me off guard. Wasn't ready.
So with that being said, we were talking about guns and things like that. I actually, a couple years back, lost vision in my right eye, which is was always my dominant eye for shooting and some of that. So we went with we actually purchased your wife's uncle had talked about an offset
Oh,
scope.
yeah.
So it's actually kind of cool. So it's an offset scope that
So you
comes
can
over.
shoot it.
Plate that you could put on there.
Shoot it right-handed, and the scope moves over.
If
Probably
she's
over what,
using
a
your
good
left
3
eye.
inches at least.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
something like
shoot, and so she's aiming with her left eye, and
that. We should,
Yeah.
we'll do a video on that.
Yeah,
We'll
'cause
do a
that's gonna
breakdown on
be-
that
yeah,
gun.
because
so
I mean, you
anybody-
actually the first year you shot was your mule deer in Wyoming with that
Yep.
gun.
Yep, and then she's a dead eye. I mean, she's
She's
now
been-
up in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And since then, I mean, like turkey hunting stuff, when I went turkey hunting, then I've gotten more used to now shooting left-handed. But originally, it just felt so unusual trying to shoot
Oh,
left-handed.
when
you
your
don't keep the right
muscle
arm.
memory is so used
And you know,
to it.
a shotgun is a little different. It's either the brake action or the pump.
Yeah.
But a bolt, you still want to,
Yeah.
that still. I mean, me being left-handed, I'm naturally left-handed, so I put a gun up right-handed. I just feel like if
Weird,
nothing
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
It's just
I-
awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't. It doesn't even feel right.
The year I had my shoulder surgery, then I actually shot a deer left-handed, of course, with the scope and
Felt weird?
it really felt weird, but I made it count. It
Yeah.
worked.
It worked out.
Right?
But yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a video breakdown on that gun just to, so if anybody's having that, I mean, it's not a real common thing, but if anybody runs into that issue.
It's more common than you think, though.
It's just that
Yeah.
way. They're so used to doing it
I mean,
right-handed, the bolting and that.
Really, I mean, it really
Losing
is a
their
cool
sight
set.
that way
Yeah,
is
yeah.
you were able still, use the gun the same way, just sitting out, she's looking at it with her left eye. There's no vision left
Yeah,
in her
because in
right
the
eye.
beginning, like when I wasn't
But it-
used to it, I'd pull up pick up and I'm like, oh, I must forgot to take the scope off. Like, nope, just looking through the blind eye.
Yeah.
It did take Mike a lot of
See,
shots.
I had a pretty
The
good
majority
bruise
of
on my
it.
cheek. I went through like
Yeah.
a box and a half trying to sight that thing in because it was
But
just
now
so
it's
awkward to hold it. But yeah, now that it's sighted in, that thing is a tack driver.
Oh, yeah.
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 But speaking of losing or lost vision, you look back on one of our more recent videos and one from last year from Rick in Lake Erie. His brother Bob is 100% blind. But I tell you what, watching that video, you would never tell he's blind. Oh, he's moving around in the boat, grabbing the rods, grabbing this, setting things out. You would
said
never
that
tell
after
watching
that
it.
first video. I'm like, Rick, your brother's faking it. He can see it.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
That's just muscle memory.
when
Yeah.
when you're passionate about the sport, you learn to adapt and overcome with things.
Yep.
well, before he started fishing, like before he got back out on Lake Michigan, he sat with his neighbor, and who had fished out there for many years, and they just sit there evening after evening, and he asked about how to run things, and then he got his own boat and started fishing with him, and he basically knew how to set it up more than we did at that point,
Just
and
from
then
talking.
we
and going
learned
through
from
it.
him,
That's pretty cool.
So-
That's really cool.
Yeah, started out with a 17-foot boat, older one, and then eventually I got my charter captain's license, and we chartered for such a 10 years, and well, then we were bringing up a family, and he was bringing up a family, so then we got out of the charter business, and we sold we were running a 25-foot Starcraft, then sold that one. He ended up buying that 19-foot Lumacraft, and That boat's going on 40 years already.
It works good though.
Yeah, it's a nice setup you guys got, which we'll have you be having another couple of videos. You've been out fishing a lot, so
Yeah.
That retired life
yeah.
working out good.
I was gonna say.
It's nice when you can fish Saturdays when everybody else is thinking it's a Monday.
Well, you know, we kind of like doing that. You take an evening trip or something, or like last
There's
Wednesday
a
we
lot
went
less
out,
people.
and you don't have near the traffic.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
got the ramp, and you know there were a few boats in already taken off, and
Yeah.
we just unhooked everything and backed it in, and we were ready to go.
Perfect. No competition.
Yeah, but when you gotta wait, that's annoying.
Yeah.
And then guys, you know, they don't know how to use a mirror, and they're hanging out their door, trying to back their boat in, and you know, it takes them 4 tries, and I wheel up the boat.
Right in, get her out.
So
on hook, Bob gets the, you know, dock and put the truck, park the truck, and by the time he's got the boat running, and
Away you go.
it is amazing watching some of these people
Oh
when you're
yeah.
at these launches. It's like, how do you function?
I don't know if they. It's like a lot of them are their first time that we happen to see this all the
I
time.
don't know.
Some people just don't have that
Or
skill
they
set.
just don't have that skill
Not
set.
coordinated
It's
enough, and
fumbling around all the time.
No,
You
they
swear that same boat's at the dock when we come in 4 hours
Yeah.
later. Like, do you even get away from the dock yet?
yeah, at least they're out there trying.
They're
right?
trying.
now
yeah.
that I'm retired, I could sit down by the launch ramp every morning. I'll back your boat in for beer.
There you go.
There you go.
Pretty good gig.
Yeah.
Catch
Right.
Sit
catch
there with
that
your
morning
sign.
rush, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll work for beer.
There you go. Little side gig.
What back to bear hunting? What is Chris using for a weapon for bear
She's
hunting?
gonna use her good old deer slayer, the 20 gauge shotgun.
Okay.
Nice.
So that should punch a good hole in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Pumpkin
curious what you was going to use because, like you said, I think your plan is to go with the bow, correct?
I'll bring my bow because the baits are all within bow range, but I'm also going to bring that 45-70 in case they hang up out of range. I'm not going to take a chance if they're out there. I'm just
Yeah.
going to.
Well, I did that when I had my tag 2 years ago. You know, I brought the bow, and then as it got later on in the season, you know, and not seeing anything, I'm like, well, I'm going to bring the bow, but I'm going to bring the shotgun and hang it up in case
Yeah.
that one does hang out there, you know, 75 yards, doesn't want to come in, but
Yeah.
It wasn't that there wasn't bear. They were just on the opposite side.
They knew Mike was there. He stunk too much.
Yep.
Well, it was unusual year. That year was just, even now, walking, you look how many acorns there was, and the berries. It was just
Yeah.
phenomenal. We never knew we had
was a
blackberries
lot.
on our own property up there until this last, 2 years ago that we found that patch back
there
there.
was
And we
so
were
much
like,
food everywhere.
where did this?
Yeah,
Blueberries. There was just, everything
Blackberries
came
were
together. The weather, the climate, everything was perfect for all those berries. And
Yeah.
once the bear season opened, I mean, they didn't have to come to baits. They could just eat on everything they wanted. The abundance of acorns was ridiculous. When
Oh yeah.
we were walking on acorns when we were up there this last year, and you go now scouting and you still see there's just piles and
I
piles
remember
of acorns
Yeah, you
everywhere.
couldn't eat them all.
when we went up there, when we were up there for our bow hunting weekend with Dan from Winter Warriors, he was joking around about you're going to roll an ankle. I mean, there is literally you walk the trails and it looks
like marbles.
Looks like you're walking on this gravel right here.
Yeah.
It's
You're
solid.
walking, it's crunching, and it's like, that's not the ground, or you
No.
know, it's not frost.
That's
That's
what I'm-
the acorns you're
I'm
walking
curious
on.
to see what the acorn crop is going to be this year.
Yeah.
Do this year.
But both you and Rick had the bear tags, and you had bears coming in when you weren't sitting on the camera, but you'd be there, and it's like they had that
Yeah.
sixth
They
sense
both
that they
stunk.
weren't
It's a rough year.
going to be
I
there.
think more along they just feared us.
I think so.
There was something, because like
They
I
got
said, we
lucky.
Yes, they
They
did.
got lucky.
we did have a pretty good streak going there.
Yeah.
I think I started out, I had got the first bear up there, and then you started sending in for all you boys, and we started going through the
Mike got
gauntlet
his, I
every
got
2
mine, Mom got
years.
hers.
Mom got it, and we were all doing with the bow. I shot my second
got
one with the
his.
bow, and it was up to your second bear. Right, Mike?
We all got one with the bow.
Jake
Yeah.
got
Yeah, we
Jake
all
shot
Yep,
his
Jake
with the
got his
pistol.
up there.
With the handgun.
Bobby shot his last
year.
year with the bow.
Same as Holland.
And Jeff Holland shot his with the bow
Yeah.
last
And
year.
Rachel got hers with the
Rachel got one with a 45-70. Yeah.
Jessica, we're debating on when we're going to put in. She probably would have had enough points to draw this year.
She
but
was at the same point as me, so
With
she could have drawn this year.
other trips planned, she elected to hold off But I don't know if we're gonna do it next year or wait to another sitter like Bader's first year.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, whatever works.
We kind of got a unique setup though, where we are. Most of them don't run the dogs there,
yeah.
just because you can get far enough off the road and they can't drive in there. So they're not going to let the dogs go all the way back in on 3,000 acres, 4,000 acres, spots like that.
Yeah.
They can't get close,
They
you know.
can't get 'em out.
But
So we
you
don't have to
decided
worry too
against
much.
the recurve?
Yeah, I haven't had the time to practice. Like I said, we haven't really shot our compounds a whole lot, so I don't want to be
That would have been
unethical,
cool,
you know.
taking it with a
'Cause
recurve.
right away you were talking about doing a blind close.
I would have loved to have, and I started out in spring. I was shooting the recurve quite a bit, and then life just gets busy, you know, with
It
kids and
does.
everything going on, and I just don't. I don't feel confident enough with it.
yeah, you know, you wait that long, you don't want to end up wounding one or.
No.
But I do want to keep practicing and maybe try to shoot a deer with it this year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I know after this weekend now we had the birthday party, and I know you got your little new bundle
Yeah,
of joy
well,
coming
yeah.
here in a little over a week.
We'll have another little hunter coming up
And,
here.
9 days.
9 days. Babies do, so.
But I know for the rest, at least for me, I'll be up north at the cabin pretty much every weekend between now and hunting, helping Nick, you know, baiting, getting ready. We got some other, you know, weekends we want to go up with family and spend some more beach days
Yeah.
and do some crappie fishing and just enjoy the remainder of the
Get
summer
the
up
kids
at
out.
camp.
We like that, being in the boat and in the water
yeah.
like that.
You can sit around this and do this all day and shoot the breeze about deer hunting.
Yeah.
You know.
All we talk about is deer hunting.
That's
Well,
why
hunting of
I-
some sort.
That's my favorite campfire pastime. I don't care. You can hear the same story 1,000 times, but you still want to
It's
hear
still
it.
like, yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking for a lot of exciting things coming up.
Mhm.
Like I said, Mitch's little girl coming soon here, so
Yeah.
start off with that, and then all kinds of hunting to
We'll have
follow.
5 grandchildren in.
I'm gonna try and get up bear baiting as much as I can, but it might get a
And you
little
got
tight.
other commitments.
We got it handled. We're gonna go up this coming weekend, and hopefully, as long as your work doesn't get too crazy, and try to start the baits.
Yeah.
We'll have a video coming out here if we went around and checked everything. We're gonna move some stuff around a little bit.
I think I like the new setups that we found are good
Yep.
tonight.
I think so too. I think.
Well, I mean, the spots we had were good, but we just with so much rain, two of
Oh,
our
yeah.
spots are completely underwater. I
One
went
looks
and
like a
checked
lake.
The one, it's
We
the
walked over
water's
that
right.
ridge.
We got our logs buried,
Oh,
as you've
yeah.
seen in our bear hunting videos, and the water is right to the top of the log.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nowhere to
No.
go
So
with
we had
it.
to move to a little bit higher ground on all of them actually. All
Yeah.
3 of them. We got.
3 of them are going a little bit higher ground because it's just so wet.
Yeah.
No, we're going to be going out and getting cameras set up here. You guys put some cameras out today.
Yep.
We've had cameras out for a bit.
Yeah. We put some cameras out there, and you got some deer on them, so that's good.
Got carried away by mosquitoes.
Ooh, mosquitoes are
We're
bad this
working
year.
on the new blind. We got a couple new blinds going
Yeah,
up,
we've
whatever.
moved a
so
lot of
we-
box planes around. We've got another new one we're putting together, and we'll get
Yep.
that out. So the girls have all kinds of options.
And maybe the kids
Yeah,
want to
can
come.
take
and
one
see
of
them.
those
The
guys
girl,
along.
I'm
What
planning on
about
sitting on
me? What the
blind.
heck is this
we're-
talking about?
You
I
guys
think
are
Sadie-
tough.
I
You
think
can sit in a
Sage wants
tree.
to
You
come
don't need to wear.
Oh boy, I don't
You're
know.
getting
I
soft.
kind of like the blinds.
You don't want to
I
be
was
in a
gonna say.
blind.
I don't know, the
I'll
blinds-
take a blind sit.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
The blinds we brushed in today, they're pretty nice.
Yeah, they're pretty good looking.
Yeah,
so.
get the cameras out and start developing our hit list, as we
list.
like to say, you know, and
Yeah.
more along the lines the dreamers list.
I
because
think
it
we're
seems
still
like
waiting for our first 3-year-old.
the
Yeah,
majority of the
nothing-
bucks we get on camera, we're like, oh, I call that one. We never see them.
But you gotta have hopes and dreams, right?
I think
Yeah.
there was only once that 10-pointer I shot early season. That one was like the #1 hit list there.
Oh, we've had a few. That 8-pointer you shot. Most of them you shoot.
It always changes up.
It's always
Comes
Mitch.
That last week
I'm
of
lucky.
October, it's all of a sudden there's deer that we've never seen the whole
Yeah.
season. Moved in, so.
But it's just exciting to watch the deer go through the phase of growing their velvet and then
Yeah.
getting hardhorn and coming into season.
It is.
And I know another thing we haven't talked about is we are going to, well, it's not set in stone, but potentially we're looking at putting together some floats for the parade for the Michigan Pumpkin Fest
Yep.
for Flying Eagle.
Yeah, another event.
That'll be
So,
fun.
And there was
Get out
talk
and see the community.
yeah.
in the works for next year, not this year's trade shows, but next year with the trade shows and stuff in Green Bay. We want to try and get a booth.
Talking about
Either
getting,
Green Bay or
getting up
Milwaukee
there
or
and
something.
trying our hand at some of the shows once and see if that helps grow the channel. And
Yeah.
It'll be fun just to see people, you know.
Right.
meet
yeah,
people
well, I mean,
and-
look at that one we went to. Was that the Green Bay, the Hunting and Fishing Expo
Yeah.
in Green Bay? I mean, all the different people we talked to, and
Yeah.
you know,
The people just in Tomahawk hollering at you guys, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Flag Eagle
Our name
Eyes,
is
you know.
getting
Yeah.
out. They're starting
Yeah.
to know us. So.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool when you're walking around
It
and someone
is.
says, "Hey, you're the guys that had that wolf at at 3
Yeah.
steps or whatever." And yeah, you know, and you don't really think about it. You know, for us, we're just filming what we do from day to day and
Doing, yeah.
you know, putting it up. But when
Yeah.
people start watching you and recognizing you out in the public, it's pretty cool.
It is
It
cool.
is. It is.
It's fun to. I mean, it's
They
fun to
come
see
up there
that part of
amazed
it.
That, like
And
you
if
said,
you
that
do-
wolf. But they just couldn't believe that was that close to you. It's like,
Yeah.
weren't you scared? Like, no, more mad because it was in there ruining
Yeah.
our hunt. You
I
know.
knew when I saw him come through them slashings. Well, there ain't no deer in there, so.
Yeah,
I'd
you
say-
just sniffed them out of there.
Yep.
If you do see us out, feel free to approach us because we're just regular old people.
Well, some of us are.
Some of
I'm
us
old
are.
people.
Well, old people
Some
are
of us are.
regular people.
Well, let's not go too hard on that one. You know?
We like, you know, meeting you guys and talking, and a lot of times we get different ideas from people. Say, hey, what did you ever think of doing this? You ever think of trying that?
Yeah.
You know, we're up to try anything. So
Within reason.
Within reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's going good.
yeah, look forward to seeing what the fall brings, and hopefully we got a whole pile of racks laying on the table at our end of end of the year celebration that we have
Yeah.
every year,
And
and
hopefully
I
a
hope
couple
so.
bear skulls.
Right?
Yeah.
bear
some
skulls.
Yeah.
Maybe a Wisconsin
Everything
lemon
goes
for
right.
me.
We started off good. We got a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
turkeys,
so
so
you
we
know,
can
yeah.
I
carry
don't
it
know what
on.
those
It's
Wisconsin 11
Wisconsin
pointers.
lemon, there might be a
Exactly.
spiker out there for
Hey,
me.
my goal for this year is a fork. I've never shot a four pointer. All the bucks that I've gotten throughout the years, I've never shot a 4-pointer. So that's my goal.
Well, you got five buck tags.
Yeah,
so-
across all the states, my goal is to get a 4-pointer.
You might be able to do that with a muley.
I'd like to. That's my goal. A big fork muley would be pretty
I
cool.
got that one big fork
Yeah.
muley.
I think they're
That-
cool.
that's a
I
cool
think they're
rack,
neat.
yeah.
We were talking about that at work the other
They're
day.
big long tines.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
get just that big
12-inch
branch,
forks coming off like that.
So that's my goal for this year.
Yep.
Like over the years, I've became a little more selective bow hunting. But as far as gun hunting goes, it could be a one-horn spike. If I get to hang something on the old buck pole up there at camp,
Yeah, that's a whole different.
that's all that matters for me. My heart starts pounding, and I don't care. Like I said, it could be a one-horn spike. It could be
Just keeping the
12-pointer, right,
tradition
Nick?
going.
The
The kids
12-pointer.
love to see you come back with a deer. You hanging a buck.
get to turn
They
the
start
light on.
playing with their stuffed animals, hanging them in the cabin. They're deer hunting.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
At the
said it in the
beginning.
past that I was gonna hold off, like the last spike I shot before we went out. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm shooting a little buck. And then when you see it, heart starts racing. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot that buck.
yeah, you've been
Yeah.
hunting all year and you ain't seen one. So
The beginning of deer camp, we've started that for a number of years where you shake two
Yeah.
dice. The first dice, whatever it is, so you look at whatever it is, you gotta, you shake a 2 and you shake a 3, it's a 5-pointer is gonna take the pot.
Yeah.
And then if you, half the pot if it is only a 5-pointer, the full pot if it matches exactly 2 on the right side, whatever. And that's been going, you were close last year.
Yeah,
Closest we've
we
ever
rolled
done.
a 6x6 12-point, and everybody was like, well, everybody donated their money this year.
Say,
And I was an 1/8 inch away. That time was
Wow,
busted
that was
off.
close.
It wasn't
Almost
busted.
got it.
I was gonna say, when you said that's the closest you've ever been, Dad also had where it was
Oh yeah.
8-pointer. It was less than an 1/8 inch
Yeah.
where that tine was snapped off.
yeah,
I didn't
And
go
he
by
was
the
the one
ring
that was
method,
the
right? If you
stickler.
hang a ring on
Yeah.
it,
He was the
right? I
stickler.
mean,
we were both robbed on those,
Yeah.
huh?
But I mean, we got.
I thought I had it the
I
one
was just
year.
gonna say that you had that when you were sitting in
Oh,
Zach's
he
stand,
was
didn't you?
so. He's like, I got the bounty. I got the bounty.
Yeah, he
buck."
thought he
I
shot the
thought-
bounty
it
buck.
was
Like
a
it's
2x1
that
3-point, and he walked up as a spike.
He's like, yep, that's it. It's
I'm
a
like,
3-pointer.
I'm like,
I
that's
got
the one
it.
that was on my camera yesterday. I'm like, that's him. I got
And
it.
those are the ones when we roll that dice,
Yeah.
a 2-1 or a 2 and 2. We're like, oh
It's gonna
yeah.
happen.
Nope.
No.
Gotta go for big numbers, big rollers.
But no, there's a pretty hefty pot here. We've been doing that for
10 years.
10
That's
years
a
at
long
least.
time, long
Yeah.
time, yeah.
Easily that.
We started doing that before Zach passed
That
away.
was before Zach
Yeah.
passed away.
Yeah,
There's
easily
usually
10 years.
almost always been 8, 9, 10, 11
You're
guys.
putting
So
at least you got close to $10 a year in it. So
Yeah.
What was it last year?
someone's gonna
$130.
be able to
It
buy
was something, it was a lot.
one heck of a steak dinner for the whole camp.
Oscar Mayer wieners for everybody.
yeah.
Wiener water soup.
Rick being retired, he might be able to venture up a day during camp and maybe play some cards with us.
If you don't get lost, you know.
You might get lost.
Hate to get a call from down home here.
Silver alert.
Silver alert. He was on his way to see you. He never showed up.
You just won't give up on that.
I see an elderly man.
Just look
keep
at
his
his
look
why.
on his face.
I don't know where they get that from.
We'll put a little GPS tracker on you.
Yeah. One of the air tags.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
Well-
so we got a lot of stuff to look forward to, and we hope everybody's having an awesome summer, enjoying the heat.
yeah, before you know it, it'll be some frost on the pumpkins, as they say.
Yeah,
Can't
I'm
wait
excited for that. But yeah, enjoy the last couple weeks of summer, and
Yep.
look forward to hunting season.
We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and if you got any questions or comments, you know,
Send
don't
them
be
our way.
afraid. Send them our way. We do our best to reply to everybody's comments, and
Good or bad, we try to do what we can.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
see you on the next one.
Flying Eagle.